Hello.
Hi,
What's up, sis? What you doing?
I'm sick. I'm
So,
trying to feel better.
you're sick?
Yes, I've been sick for the past 2 weeks.
So it's have to. There's a lot of people in here that's sick too.
Oh no, I could just imagine.
Are you wearing a shampoo?
No, it's the sweater.
Okay. Okay, wait. Is that a shampoo? What's going on?
No, it's the sweater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it better like this, or you want me forward a little bit? No?
Yeah, you're fine like that. However you feel comfortable.
It's up to you. I'm comfortable.
Okay. Okay. How do I look? Is everything okay here?
Oh, where I'm at? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. What do you do? What do you do when you get sick in prison?
It's terrible. So the medical in here is trash. If you get sick, and even if you're really sick, then you have to put in some type of request form for you to just request to see the doctor or whatever. And most likely here, they will go by this type of, they have a protocol binder where they go through your symptom, and if it doesn't match certain symptoms, they'll just be like, okay, well, go home and drink some Tylenol or something, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so, but besides that, unless like you're really showing signs of the flu, then there's nothing really they could do for you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So one time I had shingles, right? One time I had shingles. So this is crazy. This nurse was like, I feel sorry for her. She's young. She's really young, and I think she got her license from Walmart or something. But I don't know.
Oh no.
No, but so I had shingles going up my neck, and it was like bubbling, you know, and it was like kind of like pussy. And then I told him, hey, it was summertime. She's like, I think you have sun rash. Here's some cortisone, and go home and just, you know what I mean? Are you sure? Because it's not supposed to be hurting like this, you know?
Yeah.
Well, find out a week later, I had like 104 degrees temperature, and then I had a big fever, and then I was like delirious almost. And then they brought me up there, and they had like a team of doctors surrounding me, and they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So they had these printout of like different like photos of rashes and stuff, and they was comparing it to my neck. And they was like, oh, what is this? We don't know. So, and then they asked me, do you have chickenpox before? I'm like, yeah. When I was younger, like 5 or something.
Yeah.
We think you have shingles. We think you have shingles. I'm like, so I almost died for you to figure out I have shingles. But
no. I heard I know that I've never had it before, but I've been told that they hurt really bad.
They do hurt, depend on certain location. I know the neck hurt a little bit, but I know my dad had it on his side, and it's really hurt because they usually go along your side where like your main arteries and veins are, you know?
Yeah.
And if you get it on your side, your stomach or your back, it's painful.
Don't people get that like after they reach like their 50s? You got it very young.
Yeah, because it's due to stress. So shingles happen after chickenpox. It's like the advanced version of chickenpox, but it's for adults. So you can't have shingles unless you have chickenpox already. You know what I mean? And chickenpox, so you can have shingles the next day, tomorrow or something if you have chickenpox already, but it's due to like, it's like induced by stress. It's the main factor. And you know, I was stressing. I mean, this is my second, back then it was my second time in prison. This time's my third. Yeah, it was pretty stressful for a minute. I mean, it's nothing to be proud of, but I made a lot of decisions that, you know, I gotta live with.
Yeah. How long have you been in prison for?
This time?
Yeah.
Or my whole like career, like as in like.
This time and then altogether.
This time I'm doing 10 years. I got like 4 in already, so I have like roughly 6 or 7 left on, around there. Total, I'll be down like over 20 years by the time I'm done. And guess how old I am. I know I look young. Thank you. But no.
You're younger than me though.
I'll be 40 when I get out. I'm 32. I'm turning 33 in June.
Okay, yeah, I'm older than you.
You are? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm 34. I turned 34 this year in June.
June too? Where's your birthday in June?
2nd.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
19th.
Yeah, okay. You'll still be young enough to do something with yourself once you get out. You know, you won't be too old with that.
Well,
find
you
it
know,
hard.
people say 40 is the new 30s, but to me it's the same old 40, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I don't feel like I'm 34. Like, sometimes I forget how old I am because I guess I really don't think about the number. Like, do you have any plans when you get out?
I have lots of plans when I get out. I mean, this time I have a much better plan than I did before. Before I didn't really I wouldn't say I didn't really care, but I wasn't well prepared, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different, and there's a lot of like things that come into play, you know, with the reason why I came back and why I didn't make it.
Yeah.
But I feel like this time is just actually there's a purpose this time. There's a meaning for me to come back, and I'm glad. And I won't say I'm glad, but in a way, like I felt I found a meaning for my time this time. So this time, even though it's a longer period, I've actually done better time than all my other times. Like, you know what I mean? I've been in prison.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a sense of purpose that I have. So.
Do you feel like the system has anything to do with you going back then, or was it just
the system?
Yeah. I have
like the system. I mean, I can't blame the system, but I'll take full responsibility for my actions. But at the same time, could the system provide and assist me in better ways? Yeah, I mean, I do see a lot of flaws and loopholes and stuff that could be refined a little bit and you know, improved in many ways. That's why my purpose is I'm gonna change that when I get out. Working on something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on my project. It's called Project Strive. It's gonna be basically for people that's doing time a long period of time, that's getting out and like, you know, transitioning to the community. So from my experience from the last two times I've been down, is that the DOC system just shuffle people around. So what they do is like, okay, this year, this month, this day, approximately, let's say 300-400 people is getting out of prison. All they do is they shuffle the people around and they shove them out the door and they say, okay, this is what you need to do, be successful, and go.
Exactly, yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they are like limited with funding and stuff, but I feel like they're limited in funding because they're focusing it on the wrong area, you know, like they say that, oh, they need to focus on treatment in here and this and that. That's true, focus on treatment, this and that in here, but the main part of it is like the small things. That's when you get out. Like when I got out last time, I was 28 years old. Being 28 and being prideful and being a man and having somewhat of a, you know, a personality, you know, it kind of cramped my style when I have to go back and live with my mama, you know, or like, it discouraged you, you know, and like for them to push me out there and be like, do this, be successful, go to 90 meetings in 90 days, but regardless of that, it's just that they don't understand that the inner workings of a human being as an adult, that when you get out, for somebody to be successful in the community, they need to feel confidence in what they're doing. They need to feel like they're being lifted. They need to feel connected. They need to feel like there's people that understand them around them, you know?
Of course.
And I feel like the state is lacking that. So my program is that I'm going to have a whole bunch of tiny homes. I'm just going to get like one of those RV lots. I'm gonna pitch to these tiny home company to team up with me. We start a pilot program. Let's say 10 tiny homes. And you know how we used to close quarters and they have their own cell and stuff, you know. And I'm teaming with the tiny homes, and so that when people from in here that's doing specifically people that's doing long term, they have to be a certain age. They have to meet certain requirements, because my program is not specifically for 20-year-olds or 25. I'm not trying to save the world. I know that it's a full world of idiots. My place, any day, right? So But it's for people that's doing, long periods of time getting out, and they understand that they sat down for a while. They understand that they want to change.
Yeah.
Well, how can they change? Well, they could parole to this tiny homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then prior to paroling, I'll go hunt for jobs for them. Like, I will approach big companies and little companies, anybody in the community that's willing to help out and hire a felon.
Yes.
And my pitch would be, if you hire a felon, you get $2,500 in tax break per felon you hire a year, which a lot of people don't know. So there's benefits to it, but you're also giving back to the community. And so basically, we're partnering them up with these companies and places that they will have a job right off the bat. They will parole to these tiny homes, and these tiny homes will be a community within itself, so that they could slowly transition and slowly, feel comfortable in their own skin to move out there, so they can have their own private space, go to work, and the requirement is they have to save up X amount of dollars. I'm still working on that, but I'm thinking about, I'd say $4,000, because they barely have to pay anything. My program will pay for it.
Yes.
And along the way, they could look for jobs, or look for better jobs, or look for better living situations, or whatever. If they have family, then they could work on that. And if they don't, then, we'll hook them up with different avenues. But I feel like my experience, if I would have had a better environment, like for me to feel more comfortable as a person, as a man, I will be more successful. Because like, the feeling is this. So the only analogy I have is like you being the only person at the party that is not dressed.
Exactly.
That's underdressed and not dressed correctly,
Exactly.
And that feeling like everybody's looking at you like.
Absolutely. Yes, it does something to your self-esteem. Yeah, it does. It brings you down. It's
terrifying.
Absolutely. Well.
So
Go ahead.
So my other thing is that I was gonna, my other approach is that I was gonna approach these car dealership company with the electric car, because they're trying to go green. My pitch is that if you're willing to donate a couple electric cars, or even whatever you could donate, you could have your logos on it, on the car, like a billboard, right? And then these individuals would drive them to work, and it would be an advertisement for you, and we would log these hours on, and you could have a write-off or whatever, and it's just, temporarily for them to get on their feet and be successful. Not everybody would like it, but doing 10, 15 years and coming out and having all those tools ready, it would boost their confidence and be that much more successful, and my goal is that if I could find a problem that will, if I could find a problem to fix that would solve my problem, it's probably going to solve somebody else's problem, because there's a lot of people that's, could relate to my circumstance.
Oh, of course. Well, you saying that, I believe it was last week, I like having white noise in the background, so I was watching YouTube, and I have it on autoplay, so it just plays random videos, right? And from a distance I could hear, I was already falling asleep, from a distance I could hear, I can't remember exactly where, I think he said Oregon, I could be wrong. And so, as you know, like a lot of vets in the U.S. are homeless. Majority of them, residing in Vegas. And what this gentleman has done is he has bought this lot, and it used to be a trailer park. So he cleaned it up, and he on that lot has like I think 50 tiny homes. And what?
Nice.
Yeah, so I was so happy to hear about it, because like I personally have seen how these vets come back from war and there's no resources for them. There's nothing. They end up on the street, they end up on drugs, and then people are like complain about it after, like why are there so many homeless people? A lot of them suffer from PTSD, and so this guy has made this huge contribution to helping these vets.
Right.
And he's saying like just his program and everything, like it's pretty much almost around the same thing that you've described. And when they move to their new apartment, so everything is brand new in the tiny homes. It has your bathroom, right? Everything. So everything that's there, fridge, stove. When they finally get to move to their own apartment, they have a steady job, they take everything with them. Meaning like the stove, the
Yeah,
fridge, yeah,
exactly.
all the furniture. So when the new tenant, a new vet comes in, he has everything brand new. So he's trying to give them
Yeah,
a sort of self-worth. We're giving you guys all of this because you guys are worth it, but we also hope
yeah,
that this can motivate you guys so that you guys
yeah.
can see you guys can do it, you guys can make it. So, hearing your idea, like, it makes me very happy.
So it to shed light on that, like what you're seeing is like almost the exact same problem we're dealing with. We're almost like a second, third class citizens, you know?
Of course.
And it seemed like with the elderly it's the same thing. I mean, I understand the government and, you know, the system have to carry for a lot of individuals, millions, you know what I mean, upon millions, but the resources are, you know, not infinite, you know, I understand that, and it could be exhausted. So I feel like anything that could help will help these people because
Yeah.
for me it's like, I'm not trying to like, I mean, I'm not trying to save the world or anything, I'm just trying to help people out the way that I feel like if I was in their problem, I would like to be helped, you know? So like, for me to understand their problem, it's like, I have to understand me first.
Yeah,
So
of course.
what would I do if I was in that situation? Oh,
Yeah.
obviously he can't go get a job and do this and that because he's unmotivated, because what stepping stone does he have to step on, you know?
Yes.
Same thing with the senior citizen when they're so old, you know, there's only so much they could do, especially if they don't have no family members, and especially if they've been away from society for so long where their job skills is not up to par.
Yes.
And especially with my program, I'm not just doing it for specifically for the outside. I'm trying to blend the inside and outside, where like prior to you getting released, you will be transferred to an institution where you will get proper job training, because I feel like the trade sector of like trade skills and special skills and, you know,
Yeah.
skills position is being shorted because every young teenagers and college graduate want to be an IT or want to be a program writer or want to be some app billionaire, you know?
Of course,
So they're
yes.
leaving plumbing, electrical, you know, concrete, construction, all those necessary stuff that keep our whole country and the world running. Those are the important jobs. There's a big vacuum, a shortage
No,
of it
absolutely.
that needs to
No.
be filled.
I'm continuing on to nursing and
Right.
getting into a field where I know that I'm going to help people and I'm going to be needed, because if
Yeah.
anything, this world needs more doctors, more nurses.
Yeah.
We need more of those people. We
Right.
need them because we're in such a shortage of them. I know that it takes you guys in prison like a minute to see a doctor, and you guys don't see a doctor right away. You guys see a nurse,
Unqualified nurse.
an unqualified nurse.
That's from my own opinion. You know, I'm not saying all nurses are unqualified. I understand they see thousands of caseloads a day. And you know what? I'm not saying there's no bad actors in the system that goes up there and try to defraud the system for, you know, medications
course.
or whatever, but
Of course.
not everybody is a bad actors, even though we're in the bad situations.
Yeah.
Not all of us think alike, you know?
Of course.
But they seem to take the one solution approach to everything, like, okay, well, do this, and then kind of push it to the side.
Yeah, of
you know?
course. Yeah.
But
It's more of a visual
I don't-
examination than a physical examination that they do when you guys go up there.
exactly, the visual, or they go by your file, and they're like, oh, he's been up here 3 times this week. He's got an agenda. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he's really injured.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe he's dying.
Maybe he's crying because he's about to die. You never know. Like, can you give the man a breath?
Oh, that's true. I was actually speaking to somebody the other day, and that person was telling me, why don't you go to the university that I go? Because I have another university in mind. And she was like, you go where I go because there we do more visual. Our studies are more visual, and where you want to go, it's more physical.
That's really nice that you're doing that, because we need more nurses that's more caring, because there's people in situations like that can't help themselves, or they're on their last breath or their last leg. They need to be, nobody want to be alone.
No.
And I'm currently enrolled into the hospice program in here, where I'm waiting for them. Yeah, so I'm going to be taking care of people that's in hospice and taking care of them around the clock. We're going to break into shifts, so as soon as my name get called, I will be volunteering. They said it's pretty hard because, you know, you have to take care of the full movement, you know, everything, the whole process. And I'm like, you know what? I've done damn near everything in this world that, you know what I mean? I could get back, you know. I mean, I have to train myself, you know. My two sisters are is going to medical school to be doctors, you know.
Oh wow.
And so I have family in the medical field, and my other cousin's already doing hospice. So she's like, it's tough work. You have to really, like, you know, 'cause some people are angry, some people, you know, you never know, you know, because they're coming towards their end, and it's tough. So I'm like,
of course,
I could deal with it.
That's
you know,
great
kudos to you.
Hard surviving out here, but at the same time, we forget that there are other people that don't have family and that are in worse situations than we are. So it makes me happy to hear that you have something going for you.
Yeah. We gotta utilize the time. I mean, we all got a brain. It's just sooner or later when it clicks, it's gonna click. Mine just happened to click at the right time, right place, you know. I have enough time to sit down and really clearly think about the path that I want to take. And that's just where I'm going with it, you know?
Yes, of course.
And I just want people to know that don't watch Lockup because it's bullshit. I mean, a lot of it is true, but it's only one perspective and one narrative. Like, there's other people in here that has degrees and have education that think outside the box, that thinks more positive. It's not everything is a scam and so tough. And you know what I mean? Like, no. Shed some light on that. People don't stay the same. There's nothing to ever stay the same. It's either you get better or you get worse. You don't stay the same. You know what I mean? I just choose to get better.
Of course.
You know, and it's just the way it is.
Like, I want my platform to be very different. I want it to actually help, you know.
And advocate for things.
Advocate for something while they're in there and when they get out. You telling me about your plans, like, that's great. And if there's absolutely anything that I can do to help contribute to anything that you have planned.
There is a thing. You are helping right now by making it a subject and by making it a talking point by using your platform. And maybe I'm not at my end of my sentence. I'm not fully formulating my plan, but later on I do need a team. And whoever see my vision as clear as I do, come and join me. It could be you. I don't have any computer skills. I don't have any social media skills. I need that part done. But I have the mouthpiece. I could pitch. I could get ideas. I could articulate and get the point across. But there's things that I don't know, and I have to admit that as a person, I do have flaws and I do have sweet point. And
of course,
what you could help is help build me a team. Maybe you could be part of the team and we could make it work.
What a team is for, right? You to find people that want to do the same thing and that are passionate about a certain cause.
We're running out of time, but next time I'll tell you about this theory. It's called the broken window theory. You can look it up and you probably read about it. Yeah, each one of us is a window. Well, that's how I translate it of myself.
Okay, well, it was good talking to you. You know, take care of yourself, and we'll definitely do this again.
Stay warm, be happy, and eat some chicken noodle soup and go to sleep.
I don't want soup.
You don't want soup?
I don't like soup.
No?
No.
Okay, well, stay warm at least, because I know it's cold in Winnipeg right now. It gotta be cold.